IQI is for you as it has been for me. Open your heart and know this in your soul. Our hopes, our dreams are the same. My vow to you, I will finish this race, not alone, by myself, but with you. Though tough times come, I will not waver. We will rise and become a new ground. We will stand up and rise together. We will march into victory. Hold my hand and this day we know IQI is for you as it has been for me. Everyone shine. All of us is for a reason, for a leader we got. We will stand up and rise together. We will march into victory. Hold my hand and this day we know IQI is for you as it has been for me. We will stand up and rise together. We will march into victory. Hold my hand and this day we know IQI is for you as it has been for me.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to IQI Australia Friday Prop Talk. My name is Lee and I'm your host this evening. We are broadcasting live from the world number six most livable city, Perth, in Western Australia. Now, if you have not liked our Facebook page, please do so. And thank you so much for your ongoing support. And alternatively, you can also subscribe to our IQI Australia YouTube channel as well, and that's where you can find a lot of our previous recording. So in the past, we have recorded a range of different topics. We talk about migration to Australia or studying here in Australia, new government incentive or policy, and also some project launching as well. So if you have missed out some of our Friday prop talk, you can always find it on our IQI YouTube channel. So if you can, please kindly like our Facebook and also subscribe to our IQI Australia YouTube channel. Now, today we are going to talk about investing in gold coins. Yes, I think previously we talked about that as well. And today we are going to again bring everyone back to gold coins. And like what we talked about before in IQI, because we are a global platform, not on, even though we're based in Perth, sometimes we actually do come across a lot of exciting projects from over the east, which we would like to introduce to our audience as well. So today we are going to talk about investing in gold coins. And our speaker for today is no other than our IQI Australia director, Lily Chong. Now, Lily Chong, well, obviously she's my boss, and Lily is the director and licensee of IQI Australia. She has been in the industry for over 12 years now. I just did a quick calculation. It has been a short 12 years, I guess, and kind of long as well. And she has won multiple award and also interviewed by many publications. So yeah, so her comment is well received by the market. So we quite often get interviewed by paper magazine for her opinion, which is fantastic. So Lily holds a bachelor degree in finance and marketing, and she has also worked internationally in Malaysia, Hong Kong, China, and she decided in the end come back to Perth and settle here in Perth. And back in 2014, Lily has started her first company, Trident Property Partners. And since then, her vision to become a global real estate agency and has been realized when she decided to join venture with IQI Global, which is a global real estate advisory firm, and formed the first IQI Australia branch in Australia, in Perth, I mean. All right, now without further ado, let us bring Lily up for a quick chat. Let me see. Yep, she's here. Hi, Lily.
Hello,
Good
Lilian.
evening. How are you
Yeah,
today?
I'm mute. Yeah, I'm mute, right?
Yeah, you're
Thank
unmute.
you
I
very
can hear
much.
you.
Yes, I'm good. Very struggle because we have the same seminar with Tokyo, with Japan, and we already
Yes,
have the first inquiry coming in from Japan, which is good. I
fantastic.
hope is uh, I hope it's because obviously it's not me. Obviously, it's because the project is very
Definitely.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is a
and
good sign.
yeah.
So yeah,
Mm.
because
I
of
guess
the
other than a good project, they also need to have a really great agency at the background to support it, because
yeah,
I'm sure Japan is not the first deal that we have. We have been working with this company for a couple of years now. We've been
yeah,
getting people through,
yeah.
and thank you, thank you, Suzuki-san, for your trust in us actually to provide this support to your client and yourself as well to work with IQI in Australia, Perth. Yeah. So I think that is very important. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ichikawa-san as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and Lisa for the backup. Yeah, just in case they are listening, I think Lisa will be listening as well. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for the teamwork. So you are right. So they are not only looking to buy into Perth, so they are looking also the eastern state. So we
Mm,
actually start from Gold Coast. So I mean very soon, right? We are looking at Brisbane, and then next month we are going. I think not maybe not next month, maybe next week we are going to launch another
mm.
highest building in Melbourne. So looking
Yeah.
forward, I think we will be the only agents from WA selling that ones. So finger crossed.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So let me pull out
We
my
will be
screen as
very
well.
busy.
So yeah, please, I think you put my screens on, yeah, my.
Yep, we can see the screen pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks again, Lian, and thank you everyone who is tuning in and joining us tonight. And as Lily, as Lian just introduced me, my name is Lily. I'm the director and licensee for IQI Australia. Today we will focus on these super hot cities, that is the Olympic City, Gold Coast. And without further ado, let's start. So under the Australia regulations, we need to make a very clear disclaimers that we are not a financial planner and we are not an advisor as well. So this presentation is only intended to share general informations and for reference only. As we know, everyone's situations and their financial objective is different. So therefore, before you make any investment decision, please always seek for independent professional advice. So now, first of all, where is Gold Coast? Of course, we are local, so we know because I do have viewer from overseas as well. So just in case you're not quite sure where is Gold Coast, it is in Queensland, and we do actually have plenty of direct flight from Gold Coast to Tokyo, KL, even New York, Dubai, Beijing, Taiwan, and I think in Shanghai as well. Now for interstate travelers, okay, so we it is just about 4 hours 25 minutes, okay, from Perth to Gold Coast, which means that maybe one movie you already arrived there. And then from Sydney to Gold Coast is only like 1 hour 20 minutes. It sometimes I feel like it just like closest to the distance when we drive to down south. And then from Melbourne, it takes 2 hours 10 minutes, and also Adelaide is about like 2 hours 20 minutes. And just on Monday, I think most of us heard this good news that the Morrison's governments, right? They just announced they're going to invest an additional 678 million to build this the longest shortcut from WA into Queensland. I hope one day I have that time to drive from there. I mean, from Perth to Queensland. Okay. Now, what is in Gold Coast? So whenever we hear about Gold Coast, right, we think about incredible lifestyle, abundance of nature, sunshine, good weather, marina, beach, surfing, sexy bikinis, um, tourism hotspots, theme parks, shopping center, education. Actually, they quite spend a fair bit in order to get the educations getting very popular in Gold Coast. They try to make this is part of the city growing plan as well. So the list will just go on. And beside lifestyle, how about the property? So as you may aware, so Australia properties, right, shouldn't go up and down at the same times. Even we count times like when to invest into certain area, but property clock would be a good indications, right, to show us like maybe that is some things or somewhere that we should consider. So according to the Terence Todd White February reports, there are many Australia city is actually at the rising market stage, as you can see from the diagrams. So which of course included our lovely Perth and also the Gold Coast, which we are going to talk about today. Now, as the number 10th most livable city in the world, Queensland has actually become even more popular after the COVID. So let's look at the recent populations movement up to the June of year 2021. So as you can see from the diagrams, right, the light blue is referring to the natural increase, and then the dark blue is referring to the net interstate migrations. And as for the orange, it refers to the net overseas migration. Basically, from the diagram, you can see, right, there is no overseas migrations to any state last year because, as we all know, Australian governments have a crucial improvements toward the international border. But it is very interesting, right, to see, right, there is around, as you can see from the diagrams, 35,000 people actually left New South Wales, and Victoria during the COVID. Well, where these people actually go? So as you can see, right, they are mainly go to Queensland, around, I would say around 30,000, and then some of them actually coming into WA, this small little blue color. Okay, let's move to the next slide, and then I can show you easily and tell you like why as a Perth-based office, right, we start to look into this like Gold Coast, start to look into Brisbane. Okay, as you can see, right, from here, there is around 16,000 people left New South Wales and 18,000 left Victoria, that is Melbourne. So which make the total interstate migration into Queensland about 30,000 or 31,000, which is actually the largest increase, right, since year 2004, which was 35,000 increase in that particular time frame. And according to the latest regional movers index, right, for the regional towns like within driving distance of these capital cities, Gold Coast has actually, has taken up the top spot and become the most popular place in year 2021. So again, you may wonder why I keep emphasizing, right, these changes. Well, when you come to the property investment, the price will go up or not. This is, to be honest, like this is rely on the basic theory, that is demand and supply. So when there is an increasing of demand and there is a limited supply, or when the supplies, right, cannot cope with the increasing, the price go up. I hope this makes sense. So what is the key drivers behind the demand? So for me, the first thing would be populations, okay? And then will be the employment opportunity or job opportunity, and also the infrastructure injection. Because when there is a big infrastructure injections, right, which means that there is a job opportunity. When there is a job opportunity, means the peoples will go there. So as you can see from the diagrams, right, up to the June of year 2021, there are nearly 31,000 of the people move into Queensland. So even without, you have to remember, yeah, this is only interstate migrations. That is even without mention about there is non-international migrants or overseas students coming at that times. So I remember last year when the developer present these diagrams, right? Queensland is only with 6,750 of population increase. And I remember she mentions, right, we are getting crazy. We are so, so much of demands from Sydney, from Melbourne. But now looking at that figure, it is almost 5 times as compared to, and you remember our border is just open. So you can imagine, right, the boom is, it just cannot, you just cannot stop the booming. Okay, so how do you see the demands? Where is the demands comes? So currently, the average number of people or per household in Queensland is around 2.6. Let's say we round up to 3. So if there is 31,000 of people coming in, you divide by 3. So which means that you need at least 10,000 of premises to accommodate these coming migrants or residents. So not even mentions, right? Those people, they don't move in, but they choose to invest into Queensland. So you can imagine the demand. So then you will understand why IQI. I mean, we start to proactively to do something before the market aware, right, where they should go. Well, the next question you may ask me, why people move to Queensland? Okay, there are many reasons, but I sum up a few. First, I would think, right, because the gaps between the property value is quite significant. As you compare the median price, right, in Brisbane, the median price is 450,000. This is referring to apartments. So for Gold Coast, we are sitting at 580,000. But in Sydney, we are looking at 835,000. And in Melbourne, the median price is 627,000. So you tell me, how are you going to afford that when you are earning with the same price? same salary, but living in Sydney and living in Gold Coast. I trust that will be a big difference kind of lifestyle. So the second reason that I see would be the employment and the job opportunity due to the infrastructures, right, that we are going to talk later. And this will be definitely one of the strong drivers as well. And the third, I would say the change of the lifestyle, because since COVID, because we experience most of the times, right, that you have to work from home. And because of that, right, people just get used with that. So they don't need to stay in the big city in Sydney for the set to do their job, especially for those, right, involved in like IT, or they do YouTube, so they don't actually need to be sitting or living in Sydney. Now, well, if by showing those interstate migrations data, right, you may think if still not strong enough or it's still not convincing or justified for the decisions, let's see some of the facts and data to explain why Gold Coast is the right timing now. Okay, I will go through some of the major ones. So as mentioned, the key driver is the populations. So Gold Coast is expecting to double their populations by year 2036. And the second one is the employment. Gold Coast has the highest concentrations of employment, especially in Southport. So there will be another additional of 60,000 of job available by 2036. For some of the countries, 60,000, maybe, for my audience from Hong Kong, you may think 60,000 there is peanuts. But you have to remember the populations in Gold Coast is around 670,000. 60,000, that means around 10% of the population. So I think that is quite a significant number. And also to drive the growth, we need more infrastructure to put in. So besides the 5 billions in public and private investment, we have also over like 1.76 they are going to put in, so and so, but which we will go to the next slide. Now, narrow down Southport, then you will see more investments there. But due to the time limits, right, I'm not going through every single reason here. So I will just again go through a couple of major ones. First, I want to draw your attentions with this Gold Coast Health and Knowledge Precincts. The reasons being, right, these precincts or this hub, right, is just 2 stations away from Imperial Square, which we are going to talk tonight. And this is a 200 hectares health and innovation hub, and is going to provide a lot of job opportunity. Also, right, within the Southport, there are about 923,000 worth of new projects are going right now. So, like, how big is 900 million? So let's say a project in Perth with 168 units, or 200 unit, the cost, right, more or less like 60 millions, or depends on the quality that you put in, is around that figures. So 923 million. So you can tell us, right, how many project is going into this Southport alone. Now the next one is the 3 billion spent go into the Gold Coast light rail. Okay, these extensions, right, actually in the diagram, which I'm going to show you later on, is only the stage 1. So when they are going to finish stage 2, the rail will be extended from Broadbeach to the international airport. By the way, they are spending 370 millions, right, to upgrade the whole airport. So the international airport has been going through a big changes and become a game changers for their local tourism industry. So next time when you visit Gold Coast, right, you can actually fly into this airport, take the right rail, and go along the beach, and then reach your development, that is in Imperial Square. So great. Now let's go to the second part of my presentation, which is the hot project that we are going to recommend today, the Imperial Square. Now, Imperial Square is a 3 stages master plan development for mixed use. And this is one of the biggest development in Gold Coast after the Star Gold Coast. In case you don't know what is that, that is the casino in Gold Coast. Okay, so these precincts will transform the whole Southport, right, into a world-class destinations for the city, and the event may becomes one of the icons or landmarks for Queensland. So this, as mentioned, right, these precincts will be delivered across 3 stages. So stage 1 will be 18 levels. We call legal residence and Azula luxury apartments. So those who are looking for river views, right, you may pay a bit of attention with the Gillian's Lane. So in these directions, right, you will have the water view or beach view or canal view or river view, because you can see the water in that directions. Okay, so in case, okay, budget is a concern, you may also consider the unit facing to the inner gardens. So the internal gardens will be with a lot of open green space. And then stage 2, actually the name they changed to the Imperial Tower, and this will be 108 levels on top of the six level podiums. So this will come with a 6-star hotel, and then also with residentials. So when this completes, right, it will actually rise above all the others and stand as one of the tallest tower in Australia, and even maybe the southern hemisphere. And then for stage 3, this is 54 levels, Monash Place. And then this will be a spiral twisted buildings. So there are 2 existing in the world right now. One is in Dubai and one is in Vancouver. So, and this will be the 3rd one in the world. So beside the residentials, right, the stage 2 and stage 3, they actually consist of the 6 level of podium, as I mentioned just now. And these podiums, right, will include like 50,000 square meter of food space that's currently planned or designed for cafe, restaurants, bar, shopping center, supermarket, entertainment, conference, pharmacy, and so on. Okay, now the excited moment, how the buildings looks like. Well, as you can see, do you think it is beautiful? For me, it is beautiful. Okay, she's beautiful. As mentioned, the tallest buildings will be the Imperial Towers, which will launch in the later stage, unfortunately. Today, we will focus on the legal residence, okay, which is the lowest density among the 3. Here you go. This is the baby. And construction has been started since November of last year and expected to be complete by September or end of next year. So the 6-level podium, which I just mentioned, is around this corner. Yeah, this is the 6th level of the podiums that come with all kinds of retail and commercial. So the stage 1, that is the Regal residence, actually from the level 2 to 10 is almost sold out. We still have 4 units to go. And from the level 11s up to the 15th, that has been just released recently and already half gone. So we have only 37 units to go, and mainly 1 or 2 bedrooms. Now, when it comes to investment, we always said location, location, location. Well, where is the location? Where is Imperial Square? So Imperial Square is located in Southport and refer to the simple map that is shown on the left-hand side. That, we break into 4 sections, as you can see from the maps. So every radius, every circle is around 500 meters, so up to the 2 kilometer. As you can see, right, this is truly a world-class coastal living with everything just few minutes away. Now, the first thing that people always concern, educations. So now I have to introduce the first one is the Griffey University, which is just 2 stop away, two stations away, which is, if you drive, that is only 9 minutes. Okay, as you can see on the maps, right, there are 2 stations in between the building. So one on the left and one on the right. Okay, left and right. Now, for international school, there are 2. For boys' school, we have the Southport School. That is number 2 here, the Southport School. And then as for the girls' school, the St. Hilda, That is the Girl International School. So in case you are not fancy for any international schools, right, the local school is also well serviced here. You can have both the Southport State School or the Southport State High School, which is again, as you can see, 5 and 6, which is again, it just within a 5-minute proximity. Now, the health service, after the COVID, so I think health is so important. So that's why I bring that into like the second important into my presentations. So the first one will be the biggest hospital, that is the Gold Coast University Hospital, which is just 7-minute drive away. If you think the public one is not good enough, we have 3 private one. Is again the number 2, 3, 4, which is just like 2 to 5-minute drive away. That is the Gold Coast Private Hospital, the Pacific Private Hospital, and the Southport Private Hospital. And the next one, shopping, that is important. So the first one, which is just 11-minute walk, is the Australia Face Shopping Mall, which is quite a old shopping center, but it's still good. It serves the purpose. And then Chinatown is just 12-minute walk away. And then we have the Ferry Road Market as well. Again, 12-minute walk in these directions in the south. Yeah. And then the Marina Mirage as well is only 7-minute drive. And then I didn't actually show in here. There are a couple of very famous hotel. And then as you know, Wasasi Hotel, there's only one in Australia that is located in Southport. Okay. And then what else? The Broadwater Parklands, which is the official Commonwealth Games Aquatic Center, which is again, it's just 5-minute drive away. And then, of course, the list can go on and go on, but because of the time, right, I will not go into too many of them. But in case you are interested, right, please feel free to contact any one of my colleagues. Now, the light rail, okay, as mentioned, right, within 500 meter radius, right, there are 2 G-links light rail stations available. So our building is just here, somewhere here. So we are stationed in between these 2 light rail. So if you follow this on the left-hand side, right, you 2 stations away, as I mentioned, that is Griffey University. And then that is the big hub that I just mentioned, okay? Because this is a big project that's in Gold Coast. That will be a big precincts for medical school and medication for hospital as well. And then at the ends of the rail, the lines, right? Then you will see the Helensville. Helensville, in that's the last station. You can actually change into the train and travel to Brisbane CBD. It will take you around 1 hour or 1 hour 11 minutes. Okay, and then in the another directions, right, this will bring you to the Surface Paradise and then end up go to the Broad Beach. Okay, since this is a hotel apartment, so there will be a very grand entrance and receptions on very luxury designs and foyer and bar. Meanwhile, there are also premium and exclusive facility like valet and concierge service. That's how the lobby looks like. It's like a normal hotel entrance. Okay. I will mention about a bit of the exclusive membership things, when we come to the ends. And then the next one will be the rooftop facilities. As you can see, the first thing get my attention will be the Infinity Edge swimming pool, which everyone love that. And then on this level 16, right, the rooftops, right, you will have the steam, the sauna, gym, and then the rooftop terrace, and then the pool decks and resident lounge. Okay, now that is the one. So just to give you an idea what the Broadwater view is like, as you can see, right, the horizon, the skyline from the level 16. This is the beautiful things about Gold Coast, because they are not so packed, not so crowded as the city livings like Melbourne, even Brisbane. So most of the times, right, the view is still unblocked. So that is the amenities area. And then on the right, that is actually the resident lounge. Well, now, because these Regal residents, right, from level 2 up to the level 10, we have only 4 units to go. If you are a buyers, right, looking to buy, right, as a owner occupied, please contact us for more details. So I straight to another investment product. So this is a very simple floor plan to show you how each levels looks like. So there are 5 lifts in the middle, as you can see, and then the design itself, right, is very focused in optimizing the space. As you can see, right, there is no room to waste, or there's no any place, right, that is not fully utilized. Okay, so for this stage 1A, right, they, as I mentioned, they just released, they saw already 60%, that is about 48 units. So they still have around 40% to go. That is 32 units. Okay. So basically for 1 bedrooms, right, we still have 4 of them. And 2 bedroom, we still have 23 of them. And then as for 3 bedroom, we still have 5 of them. Okay. And then price point for 1 bedroom, we start from 485,000 because they are in a higher level, in level 10. So they are slightly more expensive than those in the lower level. And then for 2 bedrooms, the price is will be from 675,000 up to the 7,900, 7 how much is that? 795,000. And then as for we have only one, that is 2 bedroom plus a study, that is 775,000. And then come to the 3 bedrooms, right? The price you are looking at around 935,000. Okay, so basically, right? So for the 1 bedroom, and then this unit 16, which is the 2 bedroom, so they are both facing to the internal garden. So we'll be facing to the west. And then for the 2 bedroom plus study, and also the 3 bedroom, they are more facing to the water side. Okay, now we just quickly go through some of the floor plans. So as you can see, right, it is very roomy. For 1 bedrooms, right, the size is around 67 square meter, which included already like 13 square meter is a balcony. But I would say, right, the developer is very generous because with this kind of size, right, in Melbourne actually is a 2 bedroom unit. Okay, now come to the 2 bedroom unit. Again, the size is very generous, and the total is 85 square meter, and then plus the balcony of 13 square meter, altogether 98 square meter. Even in Perth, right, this size is quite actually is below. This is can be a 3 bedroom size in Perth. Okay. And as you can see, the designs right itself, they really fully utilize the space. And even the bedrooms, right? See the bedroom one, they can be big enough to put in even the sofa after they put in the queen size bed. Okay. The price is 675,000 in level 2. And then to be honest, right, with these prices, I don't think you can even get anything in Sydney. Maybe 1 bedroom. Yeah. Okay, now the next. So this is again facing to the river, okay, facing to the east, okay, because as I mentioned, right, this is this room type, and then the 3 bedrooms, right, is more facing to the east, that you can see into the canal, see the beach. I will show you some of the view later on. So this is very nice, and this is the last one we have. The price is 775,000, and then at level 13, and the size is 102 square meter. By the way, this is a strata size, not the marketing size. And then again, it's very roomy. Even the study rooms, right? When I look at the size, I say, "Wow, my God, this can be a single bed. I mean, this can be a bedroom. So you put into a single bed, there's no problem with that. So you easily can convert this into a 3 bedroom. Well, the last one, that is a 3 bedroom. Okay, when I look at the size, right, it's huge. Okay, 122 square meter, and the price for level 11 is 935,000. If you are looking for a cheaper ones, we still have one in level 3 that is 855,000. to be honest, right, this size with 3 bedroom, I really think it is cheap. I cannot say cheap, then people will start to attack me. I would say quite reasonable. Okay, as you can see, right, when you come in, you have a spatial room for the laundry, and then you even have the islands. You have, bathroom with double basins, and then this 2 bedroom, of course you don't have a separate bathroom, but then you have an ensuite here, very big, wardrobe, things like that. That is a dream place for me. Okay, so the next one. Now, how's the view looks like? So this is some of the image that actually this is a typical 3 bed artist impressions, right? That we show the clients most of the times. This is the direction they're looking from a living room to outside, and the view is around 10, I would say 10 or 11. Okay, and you can see from hills, right, you can see the skyline, and you can see the canal, and before you see the ocean, because there will be a canal, and then the oceans will be after the canal. And then this will be a full 2.7 meter high, ceiling high, and then what else, double glazings, windows, and windows. Now, and again, this is the bedroom again from level 10 and or 11. That is the floor to the ceilings window, as you can see, floor to ceiling. Okay, that's why, because of that, right, it brings all the natural light into the units. Now, come to color schemes, right? They are very simple. Either you pick a light color or you pick a dark color. So, by the way, this is a waterfall stars stone bench shop, quite pricey. And then we have 2 color scheme to pick. So either you pick a light color or you pick a dark color. Actually, the dark color doesn't. It's not bad. I think the dark color is quite nice as well. Okay, so I try to draw your attentions for the bathroom, because as you can see the bath areas, right, the tile is from the floor to the ceiling. And actually this is getting common to most of the project in nowadays. Of course, some of the projects, right, is still up to 1.8 meter high, but most of the so-called luxury or better quality apartments, they actually have the full height in the wet area. But the thing is, for this project, the developer, as you can see here, they didn't cut corner, they actually put full height as well, because quite common, right, the projects, right, that's they build up to only the waistline here, so they wouldn't build like the full. For this bathroom, right, they actually put the full height. And then when I look at this, right, I'm quite impressed, because we have a project recently for these kinds of honeycombs designs, right, actually is considered as an upgrade, so it will cost more to build. So, but obviously this developer is very generous. This is just their standard spec. Now the next, because we are talking about this as apartments, hotel apartment or apartment hotel. So let's see what is the potential for Gold Coast in terms of the tourism, especially during the COVID, right? When our border were closed, there is no overseas tourists. What happens in Gold Coast? So as you can see from the diagrams, right, the annual visitors are up to September. There is around 3 million of them. 3 million. Well, I try to find some figure to justify, right? 3 million is a lot or not? So I see in this way, Gold Coast with a population of 670,000, but they have 3 million of visitors. Now, when you're looking at, okay, maybe you ask me where the visitors from. Okay, they are basically from intrastate, so which means that people within the Gold Coast themselves, or they come from the interstate. Okay, now when I'm looking at the figure of 3 millions, right, so I refer back, right, big city like Sydney, guess how many visitors they have? Because I think Sydney is big enough, because Sydney is much more bigger, even bigger than Brisbane. So Sydney each year, their visitor is around 5.7 million. So listen, yeah, Sydney as a bigger city, they have only 5.7 million of visitor. And Gold Coast with a population of 670,000, they have 3 million of visitor. By knowing, the border is not even open. This is only interstate. So you tell me what is the potential behind that? You see the potential? Now, the next one. So in case you think, yeah, it sounds good to me. So what sort of rental yield that we are looking at? So this analysis was prepared by Holman's Accounting, who is the expert in accommodation sector and highly regarded by the financial institution, legal advisor, or sales broker. So they are the one making this report to us. And according to them, one bedroom in Azula is can rent out annually around 34,000, as you can see from here. And two bedroom is around 45,000, and three bedroom and 61,000. As you can see, it's just on the occupancy around 86%, which is not yet full occupancy. And the yield is around, the range would be around 6.7% up to 7%. Now, that is the view from level 10, and then that is the view from the level 16. Okay. So as you can see, right, this is when you are facing to the east, the Girian's lanes, right, you are actually looking in the oceans. So hang on, I think this is the ocean and canal, and then after that, that will be ocean. Okay. And then for the hinterlands, so you may say, okay, hinterland, there's no view. Okay, so this is not good, which I don't agree with that. Just imagine, right, you still have the mountain view there, and just imagine, right, because you can see all the houses below, and then at the night time when all the light lift up, right, it will be amazing, it will be beautiful. It just take the picture in the wrong timing. If I'm the photographer, I should take this picture at the night time. Anyway, so next one. Developer. Who is the developer? The developer is Azula Investment Limited. So is an Australian public company based in Gold Coast. So the company has been established since 1989. Azula is proud to be successful in residential and commercial developments, stretching from the North Gold Coast, Queensland, to the North New South Wales, with a number of awards of excellence has been in design. So Azura Corporation has been in the property industry for more than 30 years. So they have been built more than 2,600 residential. They have been involved in more than 24 commercial projects, more than 6 hotel and resort. And by year 2020, right, they have 2 billion in gross realizations value. Last but not least, okay, so what is the deal today? So the deposit is for local people is 10%, and for overseas, unfortunately, it will be 20%. And then, of course, as usual, for all the plan, there is no payment during the construction period, not like in Malaysia where you need to pay the progressive payments. So the anticipated settlements will be around Q3 or 4 in year 2023. And then for the stamp duties, right, you only need to pay that at settlements. And then the exclusive Imperial Club and also the Imperial Club Residence Act. So because there is a time constraint, I don't go into detail, but I basically can let you know what is that. So for the clubs, right, you can actually have the dining for two on your birthday. It's just like a membership. So you can enjoy a 15% discount with the spa. And then you, as an overseas investors, right, that is a big advantage to you because you will enjoy 1 week complimentary accommodations per year for the next 5 years. Of course, it's always subject to availability. And then you have a 15% discounts with the theme parks like, Movieverse, SeaWorld. And then you will have the yearly memberships for the Southport Yacht Club. And then come to the app. So since the COVID, right, people, we are getting more and more people use the app. So the app is kind of like is a user-friendly intercom, and then you become a contactless access into the building and live. And then is a highly secure alarm integrations allow your mobile entry into the common area as well. And then you will do like hands-free usage, and then can be used for because getting like online shoppings, right, is getting very popular. So these apps will be one of the contactless, right, that you use when you go to the parcel lockers. And then what else? There can be facial recognitions, and then it can be an e-wallet as well. Then of course the functions will be book facility. You do drop off or collect your parcel, as I mentioned just now. You can use the app to report or request service, and then you can access the apartment menu, and then yeah, you can book personal service as well, and so on. Okay, so that is basically the extra service they try to provide. And then now come to the incentive. So for whoever buy any of the units on the top 5 levels, that is the Azula luxury apartments. So it will come with a full furniture package. Okay, so basically once you finish the settlement, you can list out as a kind of like service apartments. Okay, and then of course the brand, everything will be included as well. Yep. So my presentations or my sharings has come to the end. So, Lian, are you still there? Oh,
I'm still
yes.
here, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You can do
amazing.
that right
But
after you listen to my presentation.
now I know why you want to sell to yourself.
I actually, because I went to Gold Coast before, but it was so rushed. But the more I do the research, right, and then the more I study, the more I listen to the colleagues over the east, and then sharing
Mm.
and talk to the agents. I kind of like fall in love with Gold Coast. Actually, the lifestyle and the environment is not too bad. So maybe getting a holiday house would be a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think we
a
really
small
need
one.
a holiday.
Yeah. Actually, the price is not expensive because they sell the cheapest unit too fast, because the
Mm,
cheapest one is like 300 something. Really, as compared to Brisbane's, right, they are way way cheaper. Yeah, so
yeah.
consider it. I'm actually looking for the 2 bedroom because the 2 bedroom is around 500,000. It's only 500,000, because if you 500,000, right, when you come to Perth, right, that maybe we can get a good levels, right, but it's only 1 bedroom. Yeah, I'm quite surprised when I look at the price, because I would assume, right, in Gold Coast, right, the price will be at least 600, 700,000. Yeah,
Mm,
but the ones we just demos, right, it's no choice, because that is whatever we have right now, because that is the most expensive unit. Most of those cheaper units has long
mhm.
gone. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's mean the market is really absorbing the stock. And when I look at the numbers that you talk about, the interstate migration, how many people actually move over to Queensland and to Gold Coast in particular, it's amazing. And I think similarly when WA border open,
Mm,
and we're gonna see quite a lot of movement within even just within the country, and that two cities really the place to look at, the Queensland, I mean Brisbane and Gold Coast, and of
that's
course
right.
Perth as well. Yeah.
That's
So yeah, so the next time when we do our Friday prop talk update, you will see that's another whole new world. Things changing so fast in the like
true.
this year or even in the last couple of months. Yeah, there's so many update when there's more movement, and yeah, things just change, moving very very fast.
Yeah,
And also like what you said, Lily, we haven't even think about the overseas student and the people that migrating back to Australia. So
that's
those
right.
are another huge market, because I'm sure your team you has reported to you as well. We've been getting so many overseas inquiry from
Mm,
people that either want to migrate here or returning home, which is
yeah,
very exciting for the market here, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
even yesterday I just received an inquiry, and this guy is actually currently in Doha, and then they are moving
Wow.
back to here as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's great. That's all very good news. And I'm pretty aware of the time. And thank you for sticking to the time frame.
Wow, 9 o'clock.
And yeah, perfect. Yes. So if you have any specific question about the project that you want to know a little bit more, our contact detail is at the bottom. Sales at iqiwa.com.au. Drop us an email, and then one of our agent will get in touch and send more information to you. and then we can actually talk to you a little bit more specific about your requirement and what suits your financial situation better. So yes, once again, Lily, thank you so much for your time. And as always, it's very exciting to hear your presentation. A lot of very solid information, not just about the development, but it's what happening around the area is more important. And you always gather the most up to date and very valuable information. So really appreciate that. And I know you work very hard on that that presentation
That's why I
slide.
told myself now. You
Yeah.
may see my
So
reservation later on.
done. I'm thinking about the 3 bedroom actually. All
Yeah, the
right.
3 bedroom is actually
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So we will have another one in a fortnight, and I don't
Yeah.
think we actually have a topic yet. We have something. I just can't. They haven't confirmed
I
yet. But
thought it's
anyway,
crest.
it will be
Crest.
Crest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the Crest at Bearswood, just right in front of the Crown Casino. Another brilliant project. Yeah. So yes, stay in touch and remember to like our Facebook. And then if you like our Facebook, then you see the update. Okay. Thank you all. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye bye for
Thank you.
now.
Thanks.
Yeah. See
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Lily. Thank you very much.
Thanks.